It is a wet and rainy day here today, and so I thought that I would take you guys along for kind of a different style of video. I've never really done a voiceover before, and so I thought that this would be a little bit fun, different, something that I don't normally do, nor have I ever done. I wanted to just get out in the garden today, enjoy it, and it's kind of hard to have the camera out in the garden when it's raining, so I kind of just tucked you guys away into the dry areas in my garden. And one of my favorite things to do is walk the garden a couple times each morning. I just see what's in bloom, what's looking good, and I find little tiny areas that just make me very, very happy. Things are still looking really good in our garden. It's been kind of a really nice fall. There's been a lot of color that's happened in our garden, which doesn't usually happen in the fall. A lot of things tend to just lose their leaves, but this year we've been really able to enjoy everything, and it's been a slow progress of color, which I'm absolutely loving. Fall is hands down my favorite time of the year. I love getting in the garden during fall time. It's cool, it's wet out, and for some reason I love it. I know everything is getting ready to wind down and go to sleep, but it is kind of a second season for us. It's where I start a lot of seeds. It's where our garden can kind of like have a lot of things that couldn't grow in the summertime are able to grow again, and so we see a lot of growth, which is kind of surprising. I did today decide to start some more snapdragons. If you've been following along, I had terrible germination on them, and so this year I decided I want to do a whole tray of snapdragons. Almost nothing germinated, and so now I'm going to reseed them, but the unfortunate issue is that I could not find my seeds, and then I quickly realized that I used all of them. I just dug through the trash can, and I found my seed packets. They were empty because I used all of my seeds that I had. So that was kind of a bummer. I ended up resowing a few of the rows, ones that I did have. I don't even remember the varieties. It was the ivory one. I really wanted to do the chantilly, but I used all the seeds. So I guess I do not get anything, but that's okay. That's just part of seed starting, I guess. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I will probably end up ordering more seeds for my garden this year. I really want lots of snapdragons. I think they're so pretty. We do get thrips pretty bad on snapdragons, so I will end up treating those this year. I threw them back under the grow lights, and then I realized that I should probably just throw a humidity dome on these guys. I think that might have been my issue. It was they weren't staying humid enough, which it is what it is. Maybe the seeds will germinate now. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed for me. Most things right now are still blooming though and are looking really, really good. We get a lot of blooms in the winter time, and I really love that about gardening where we garden in California, Zone 9A. I know a lot of places you guys are winding down, or a lot of places are already getting snow, which is so crazy to me. I couldn't even imagine. I did decide to do a little bit of fall cleanup. As I was walking back up to the house, I saw some weeds that needed to get pulled, and I was like, all right, we're doing this. It's raining. It started to sprinkle here more than rain, so I was like, I can get this done. We've got a lot of Bermuda grass that we're dealing with in our garden. This entire area where all the gravel is and where these jelly bean shaped beds are, this was all Bermuda grass, and a lot of it has been hand pulled, and then a lot of it has been smothered out by weed fabric and by doing the lasagna layering of you do cardboard and then you do soil, and that has worked so well. But we are still dealing with it, and we're probably going to still deal with it for a few years. That's just life with Bermuda grass. But our entire garden was 100% Bermuda grass. The only place we really truly have it now is in our lawn area, and so we're still kind of dealing with that. And right here I am burying some of the leaves of the willow tree. I don't know, I was going to throw them away, but I was like, you know what, they'll break down if I just bury them, so I decided to just dig a little hole, threw a handful of leaves in there, and then I turned around and saw more Bermuda grass. So we're getting all of this pulled. It needs to get dealt with. I don't want it to continue to grow over the winter time, which it will do here. So getting it pulled is pretty important, especially because a lot of it I let grow during the summertime. Pulled out a petunia. It needed to also go. I planted it, and then the Cleome grew so fast and it grew so well that it just provided so much shade that petunia couldn't grow. Also, the Kirigami oregano, which is what I was just starting to cut back, and then I also realized I needed my pruners. The Kirigami oregano it's been a great one. The pollinators absolutely love it, and I do recommend it, but I probably wouldn't plant 3 of them. Again, I'm gonna move them at some point. I needed to get them cut back. That's my dahlia. I'm pulling all my dahlias out this coming week, I think, maybe. My plan for the day really was just to walk around the garden, check things out. I actually wasn't even planning on filming. I was just gonna see the garden today, and it turned into filming, and it turned into doing a couple garden tasks, which is never a bad thing. I always enjoy doing it. I was able to go slow today because of the rain, which was really nice. And because of all the rain, I had to tuck you guys in areas where you weren't getting wet, which made the filming style be a little bit different. And it made it so that I didn't have to sit there and talk to the camera the entire time. I'm able to do this kind of voiceover style of a video, which is very fun. I'm able to kind of highlight a lot of pretty little moments in the garden. And you can see right here the verbena and the scabiosa are still blooming, so there's still a lot going on in the garden, which is always so crazy for November because I see so many people under snow already, which we might get a frost by the end of this month. It's usually like the very last week, if not into December. It did start getting pretty windy and started raining pretty hard, so I decided to call it a day out in the garden and come in and make myself a cup of coffee. Second cup of the day, but I have absolutely loved having this espresso machine. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I really love a latte, and so right now I've been making peppermint mochas. So I bought a giant bottle of peppermint syrup, and then I put just a little dash of cinnamon on the top of it, and it is so, so good. I will say, if you were thinking about getting a coffee machine like this one, I really recommend it. It has some learning curves, and you just want to go slow with it for a little while, but it has been one of our better investments on machines. We use it daily to make ourselves coffee, and it is so good. Like I said, I mean, this is my second cup of the day, and it's one of my favorites, especially during rainy days and getting a nice little, like, warm, oh, delicious chocolatey drink. It's so good. And after that, I decided to spend the rest of the day sitting on the couch watching the rain. And it was probably the most perfect timing because we ended up losing power. And it's funny, I actually caught it on camera the exact moment that we lost power, but it was a magical way to end the day, sitting here looking out the window, and then bam, lights went out, and I wasn't mad at it. It got so quiet. It was just sprinkling, and it was beautiful. So, this is where I ended my day. I hope that you guys enjoyed this style of video, different than what we normally do. I will see you all in the next one. Bye, you guys.